Everyone, sorry, no crown today. Yeah, I did mean to, but today was a crazy busy day at work and everything, so that's why my stream's so long. So no head accessories today. Apologies. So Yeah, so we don't have a ton of time today because it is pretty late. So if you guys want roster reviews, go ahead, drop your information. We'll jump straight into it. So how's everyone doing today? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I am 35 today. Yes, beautiful roster roast. Some gas hierarchy of needs. Yep. How's it going, Bash? Hey, thanks, Coldane. Thank you very much. All right. So, were you guys able to finish this one? You guys do this one already? Pretty easy, I would say. Yeah, do everything wrong. Oh man. Someone just texted me. Someone I haven't talked to in a very long time. I'm thinking about making an alt. I really am. I'm like on the precipice. I don't know if I want to make an alt and then make a beginner's guide, or make a beginner's guide and then make an alt. I don't know. I'm teetering on the possibilities. Yeah. Really? You're having trouble with this one? So it's not like crazy hard as long as you know what to do. Thanks, Danny Delight. Thank you very much. So, hey, thanks for following. Crazy. So you don't even need the B2 Zeta. Hey, thank you very much. You don't even need it. Let's see if I can recreate the magic here. So here you just like do basics. Basic. Oh no. Basic some more. Let's basic again. Let's do this. Alright. Yeah, still basic. Oh man, this one's not good. The one person I need to take a turn won't. This one's a fail. Okay. So this is how you normally do it. So you take him out. So if he wasn't stunned right there, this would have been a win. So, and that's it. That's it. You just have to try it until... So if I go again here, who do I want to kill? Go for you first. But it's not like a crazy hard one. Yeah, let's get you out of here. Stop it, bro. Yeah, but this is it. So this one's a loss, but you get the gist. You get the gist of it. So it's not that hard. Tried a few times, and if I would have not got that stun, and Bam wouldn't have got his birds out, it would have been an easy win. But essentially, you just like basic here until you get 5 stacks, and you just like eat this dude out of there. Okay, there you go. So now I can do that, try to get some turn meter over here. I think it's this one, right? Boom, there you go. And then this is a win right here. And that's it, that's it. That's how easy this one is. So that's how easy this one is. From here, you just like clean up the rest. Yeah, it's not a crazy hard one. Keep you alive. So, and I don't even have the Anything really. So this is already one because I'm just gonna insta kill him. That's it. That's it. And then this guy. So really easy. That's it. So that's all you have to do for this one. Really, really easy. So just have to take a few retries, but like, and I don't have crazy investment in them, right? Like Relic 3. My family's good. All my or the majority of my family is across the world from me, but my wife and I had a good day today. I did work like the vast majority of it, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah. And then as far as the turn meter ones, for that one, I did something a little different. So I think I did like Thrawn lead, just because my, but you don't really need it. Like even with the super low, let's see, Empire. I think I did something like this. Because I have a super low gear Moff Gideon, and he's really slow. So I had to use Thrawn to turn over to Moff Gideon drains. And then I brought in Sith just to control them. So I brought in these two. And then to secure the win, I brought in SOKR. And this gets the turn meter. So pretty much like my Darth Revan goes, puts fear on everyone. Thrawn gives Moff Gideon the turn, Gideon drains the turn meter, and then that's it. Yeah, but you can use Vader lead too. I didn't use Vader lead just because it's really inconsistent. It's chance, so you don't need it. I just needed Thrawn to go before them, and they all pretty much have like full turn meter. I turn it over to Moff Gideon. I'll just show you real quick. I'm not gonna play it all, but I'll show you the gist of what we do here. It's here, fear, and then here just like basic over here. And then turn meter over to you, and then drain. There you go. And then from there, you just like win. So even like super low gear, I think it was a gear 8 Moff Gideon, and I pretty much got it from there. So super, super easy. And then for the dots one, you can do the same thing. You just like throw Vader in here. And that's it. So this could be like Darth Vader, and I like using Watt, so like Vader Watt or something instead of and you can use like SOKR lead. So yeah, super easy easy galactic challenge here. So, and then SOKR beats this easy. Yeah, that's the L Galactic Challenge. All right, so yeah, roster reviews. Anyone? I guess no one wants them. We can just yeah, that's the stream, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta text this person. They said happy birthday. You'd love one? Yeah, drop your ally code. It's yours too? It's your birthday too? Is that what you're saying? All right, so D4 VQ with the future intelligence. Okay, Daniel, that's great. Glad you got it. Really easy. All right, so 5.9 Carbonite 2 gang. 5.9 million GP. So you're the kind of guy where people post on Reddit and is like, why is this why am I facing this? What's wrong with this game? Why is this happening to me? You're You're just over there just like absolutely destroying, you know, like 2-day-old accounts. They just hit level 85 and then they face you. I'm trying to get up. Hey DCU, thank you. Your second gag since return. Well, you're gonna have an easy time. Alright, so 3.5 into ships, 2.4 or 3.5 into characters, 2.4 into ships. Almost 2 years. Hey, Lekka bonus, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, let's see. So we got C Ray. You're working on Ray. Got the Houndstooth. No progress. Let's see. Your bounty hunters. No. You made a meme about what I said? What do you mean? About Gak? I'm not familiar with. I say a lot of things, Vash. I say so many things. I have no idea what you're talking about because the amount of things that I say is a lot more than the things I don't say, I would say. So if you want, post the meme in the Discord and I'll look at it. Jumbo Winniefill. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So it is the end of my day. But my birthday, it's almost like when you live in Japan but you were born in America, it's almost like getting 2 days for your birthday. 2 days. And the funny thing here is before I'm gonna put a pin in your roster review real quick. So the funny thing is I have a twin, right? So I have a twin, and my twin is older than me, but because I live in Japan, there's a time where I was older than my twin because I was 35 and she was 34, even though she was born before me. So fun fact, I surpassed my older twins in age. I have achieved the impossible. Time traveled forward and became older than her. Yep. All right, so back to this review. All right, so you have Malevolence. You should be farming the pilotless ships here, Hyena Bomber, and finishing off the Vulture Droid. How far are you off from the Razor Crest? Like, do you have a good amount of Razor Crest? Because you should be farming Xanadu Blood, IG, TIE Bomber. Oops. Yeah, TIE Bomber. No BAM. BAM's the easy part. BAM is the easy part. You bought a little bit of a cash spendar over here. Just a little bit. Yep, you heard it first. I traveled the time. All right, so I'll say this. Stop doing this where you equip gear. Stop doing that. So when you equip gear, you just like press the upgrade button. That's the only time you equip gear. Stop, because pretty much see all this. You're just like spreading gear out throughout all these characters. And this gear is important gear. Like these are like med packs, a lot of good gear that could be one or two gear 13s. Instead, it's all spread out. So stop doing that. Sheev Palpatine, how's it going? I should probably start making a list. Maybe I'm just gonna like start choosing from random. I'm no longer doing lists today. Lists are out the window. I'm just gonna like point to my screen. I'm like, you get a review. That's how I'm gonna do it. It's as random as I can get. So the Mandalorian Legion over here just dropping his ally code. No hello. No how are you. No, not even a happy birthday. Just a here's my ally code. Review it. Here, you know what? I'm gonna put a pin in this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. The Mandalorian has the cojones to just drop his code. Let's see what he's got rocking. Let's just see what he has rocking. Let's see what's so important that this dude just wants to garbage. Look at this. What kind of fool? What kind of horrible player? What kind of lack of planner does this? You're gonna have 6 Zetas prepared, but you can't even get some Gear 12 pieces? What do? You just play off the, off the whim? You just flying through the clouds, man? You can build a whole 6 dot mod set. You can just 6 dot all this, dude. You can save up 6 Zetas, but you don't have the wherewithal to just go on swgoh.gg and see what gear you need. Is that how you play this game? You can't even like play the fundamentals. You're over here trying to do and I guarantee you could have had this. You could have had it at Relics. You probably could only take it to Relic 1, right? Because you probably forgot to save signal data and other things you need to take this to Relics right away. So you're just sitting there here, Drugak, starting your first week with a Gear 12 SOKR while he has the spiciest Datacron set out there, but you're just going to be scrubbing it up. It probably took you like 3 months to save these Zetas, but in that whole time you couldn't figure out how to save 2 little pieces of gear. Come on, man. Garbage. But you know how to swipe that credit card though. You sure do. Fix yourself. All right, there you go. My day's going well today, Mandalorian. How's your day? All right, so let's go back to this other review. Yeah, so... All right, let's go back. All right, so let's look at the mods for this. A little low on the health. Decent speed. I think you probably have a speed. I'm calling it right now. You have a speed arrow, don't you? I can read this. This piece of crap right here. You're gonna need to change to a health primary, because I know what you're doing. It's a speed arrow, isn't it? I called it. Yeah. No, change that to a health primary. Health primary with decent speed secondaries. You want to hit like 200k health here. Decent speed, but you're cheating. So. He needs the health more than he needs the speed, so just try to aim for like 20 plus for all these. Over time, like this piece of crap mod, you can give it to whoever, Barris, Daka, not GG because he wants a crit damage arrow, but you can find a new home for it. Again, little low on the health. Probably another speed arrow, right? You have another speed arrow here. You need to cut the shit, dude. You need to stop it. Stop it right now. Health primary or offense. No, it's that these characters don't need speed arrows. These characters, you got the 2 GLs that don't use speed arrows. I don't know what to tell you. Leia can too. Like Leia doesn't necessarily need a speed arrow. So like these need so you need either health or offense. So you do need more damage here. So your damage is a little low and your health is a little low, and your speed is okay. Like I think I do have more speed than you on my Rey, but I just have like better mods, so there's nothing I can do about that. So but if you do have health primaries, which this is a fine mod for someone else, not Rey, but if you have health at the primary, you're going to need offense secondary, offense percent secondaries. So health primary, offense percent secondaries, and then again, like speed 20 plus, 15 plus, at least 15 plus. Yeah, see how it has like no health? Like tenacity protection does nothing for her. So so this is fine. So, and again, like if you have offense primary, you do want some health. So these are just like, these are fine for now, right? You are going to still want, and as long as you have 501 health, you're going to be fine. So as long as you have a health primary with some speed, then you'll hit the wicket that you need for the ultimate. Yeah, so it just takes time. It takes time. Don't worry about it. You still, like, you just came back. These mods are like okay, so don't feel like you need to like slice up some absolute garbage right now to get them going. You don't have to do that. Like they're not the worst mods, right? So it's just a work in progress. And the problem with Ray is she wants like god mods. She wants the best mods. Nothing but the best from Ray. So yeah. Yeah, Mandalorian didn't say a single thing. He just came in and was like, "Oh, I guess this is it." He's like, "Yeah, not hanging around for this guy." Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I done messed up on that one." So, sorry. Came in hot. Yeah. Yeah, 5-second roast. So yeah, sorry. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Pretty interesting farming pathway though. I'm assuming you just like farmed C first because he was like the easiest, and then you bought the bundles for Ray. So the next one that you should go for is what, SOKR? Is SOKR, but you need the executor. So I would, before you get SOKR, I would try, like, depending, you're not ready for us. Yeah. So I would be, you're only missing the ship. So I would be farming for SOK, or I would be farming for executor while you're finishing up the requirements, because it's going to be a while for the ship too. You can accelerate it with crystals, but I would say I would start preparing for, like, get the requirements, all the relics you need for SOKR, and then start finishing. Hey, thanks, Holden Graham. Start finishing this. So I don't know if you're planning on waiting for the bundle to come back. You have a decent investment, so you probably don't have to, honestly, buy the bundle here. You could just like farm it out. So maybe just like farm it. Get the first order. You're nowhere near, believe it or not, you're nowhere near SOKR right now. So yeah, I would finish the ships for SOKR while also farming the requirements for BAM. And then just be like simultaneously working BAM and SOKR. And then once you start getting some more bandwidth, then you need to start farming the pilotless ships for Malevolence. And then once you finish that, you need to finish like all the requirements, or all the ships for Negotiator. You really lackluster. I'm gonna tell you this, like whatever you were doing prior to your break, not that great as far as ships. Like you kind of ignored ships, kind of ignored it a lot. So it's really biting you in the butt right now, because now you're missing a lot of stuff. And the problem is since you neglected it, you just have to farm it. So just keep farming. It's not, so that's what I don't understand, because I farmed like all the ships, right? I farmed every single, I don't have one of the ships. I have like a 6-star comeuppance, and that's it. But I didn't do it because it was fun. I wasn't like, oh yeah, oh yes, hard nodes, single drops, yes. Like that's not what I did. That's not what I did. It's like a tax. You just pay your taxes. Do you pay taxes? Wherever you live, I guarantee you pay taxes, or you're going to jail. So no, I'm not saying you're going to like go to jail, but you gotta pay your taxes. You gotta pay your taxes, and your taxes of playing this game are hard node ships. Like you just gotta, every day you pay them, and you pay them, and you, hey Asaj, hey Katoskis. You're 17. Well, your parents pay your taxes. So unfortunately, it's time for you to grow up, son, and start like leveling up your ships. So like pilot ships, and just focus on like one ship at a time. Since you're going for SOKR, Finalizer, then Executor, then Malevolence, then Negotiator, then Chimera, then you can focus on like Home One or Radis. And that's those ship orders that you should focus on, like one fleet at a time. So other than that, like farm BAM. And that's honestly, that's like a long time. You can weave in Imperial Troopers because they're going to give you some, they're going to, okay, yeah, you do have Imperial Troopers. So good job on that. So yeah, you have Imperial Troopers. How are your rebels? All right, so this is still usable. This is pretty much usable. So yeah, not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. I would love at least a Relic 3C 3PO just so that you can use Datacrons. But yeah, like side farms, you can do Savage. You're gonna have to use Get 3 to get Watt unless you're getting yeah, what's your questions? Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to type just a little faster, please. I'm just like sitting here waiting. Okay, so you try to get good mods on Revans just because you like them. Do you think they're good enough? I'm gonna be 100% with you. I probably won't think they're good enough, but let's see. This is okay. This is okay. So believe it or not, I had my Revan in my Darth Revan in like the 350s. I made him a little slower because I have Malgus now, and I brought him to like 340s. 322 is okay. Like it's not bad. Like it's totally fine. It's like, is this what I would expect? Like and it depends. Like Carbonite, that's a blazing fast Darth Revan because Carbonite is like hot garbage, right? So yeah, and this is good for Jedi Knight Revan. This is actually really good for Jedi Knight Revan. I like all health for Jedi Knight Revan. Yeah, so this sooner or later you'll want to change this to like a health triangle, because if you look at his protection's like really low, so you want as much health as you can on Revan. But other than that, like your Jedi Knight Revan isn't bad. Like not bad at all. It's pretty good. So yeah, so your overall your mods are not bad. Not bad at all. 301 1 2 3 4 5 6 over 300. 7. That's a fast ARC Trooper. I don't know why you have such a fast ARC Trooper, but pretty fast. All right, so yeah, seven characters over 300. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Darth Revan, it's just you don't have to have a fast Darth Revan, especially once you get like Malgus, but you do want him fast, like because he's really good. Like if you can go in front of people and you just like put fear on the whole team, then they can do some magic. Like Darth Revan has aged very well. I still split them in 3s from Malgus, so usually I go like Malgus takes a team and Darth Revan takes a team, and they do some excellent work. So but I do like them a little faster, so like good for right now, and then you can always like trickle his mods down later. But yeah, you have like decent mods. I don't like this. I don't like a health set. I do like a tenacity set on CLS. But yeah, your Revans are fine. Perfectly fine. Okay. You'll want his leadership Zeta. You'll want it. Very helpful. You know, I'm here to be very helpful. Also to roast some people, but that's like roasting is like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like honestly, I don't sugarcoat everything. Not really, no. I don't feel a need to sugarcoat anything, to be completely honest with you. Hey, a rescue panda. I'm doing live reviews. Live ones. Lately I've been using the Discord ones for individual videos, to be completely honest with you. So most of the Discord ones I'm going to keep using because I don't like, and I'm just going to say this here. I don't like doing, yeah, thanks for following Capapicito. That's a difficult name for me to say. But I don't like doing the pre-record ones live, to be completely honest. So if the people aren't here and I can't interact with you, I can't jive, then I don't like doing it. I like to jive. I like to talk. I like to ask questions. So, I will get through them because there's not so many. And here, let's go here. There's not so many that I can't get through them. Like right now, there's, I don't know, this many. And a rescue panda, you're way down here. You're way. I'm sure there's other people that requested after you. Yeah, there are. I'm sure. I just haven't taken the time to add them to the list. But I've been I've been going through just for individual Kappa or Cap. You're trying to say you're the captain now? All right, but yeah, usually lately I've been using Discord just for those individual videos, and then like I'll get through them as I get through them. I don't know. I still do the GAC reviews from there, because usually a lot of like those are usually in US time zone, so a lot of times they're there too. So if they stop in, then yeah, I'll do their GAC review. Hey, Asaj. Hey, thanks for the donation. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks. Thanks, 8th, Alth. The font's like a little smaller, so I don't know if I think it's Alth. You're around today? What do you mean you're around today? DCU. What does that mean? Like you want a roster review? Can you? You didn't see yours on the list? Jar Jar? I think I gave you one, Jar Jar, right? Did I not? I remember putting a laughing emoji on you, Jar Jar. Did I? Hold on. Disable that. Let Jar Jar Binks. Alright, so there's Epic. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of all these as I go. I am thinking I've been playing around with the idea. I don't see you in here, Jar Jar. I don't see a request in Discord. You posted your meme in general. Oh. So yeah, I don't see your stuff, Jar Jar. In the channel? What channel? Oh, on the memes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Vash? Is that you? Oh yeah, Vash. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, really? It's your birthday too, Darthalorian? Nice. Happy shared birthday. Happy birthday, dude. You went to guide a Riva mission last time? Oh, so you have to request in the Discord. So I don't like transfer your stuff over here. Like these are all people who requested in Discord. So if you request because you last time, if it's like live reviews are just that day. Like if you don't get your review, I tell you like, hey, post in Discord, and then I'll get to you as soon as I can. But if it's like just live reviews and I'm just making a list, then I just have that list for the day, and then after that day, I just completely move on with my life. Like as if it never happened. So if you want like a guaranteed roster sooner or later, then Discord is the best way to do it. But yeah, let's do this. I'll give precedence to those here. So I'll see. So Epic Ginger here. So is anyone here who's on this list right now? So we have Ginger, Godskin, J Plays, Azurette Bird, Egg Zones, Shinx Hunter, Gelboy, Purple Pirates, Epidemius, DCU, Ron, Death, Sela, Hypes, Dr. Turtle, a Rescue Panda. So alright, so we got DCU. Yeah, so if you want a roster review, then you got to post it here. So I am gonna give precedence to those who's on my list, because if they're here, then I'll give them precedence. But otherwise, like I'll make a list after those reviews I do on here. So and I feel like that's a fair way. That's a fair way. So that way I can get through them if they're live, and because they're here. So Pamino, I don't even see you. Epimedibidis. Is that you? Epimedibidis. Alright, so cool. Alright, so DCU first. Let's do DCU. And then next we'll do... Oh, I guess Epimedibidis is higher up in the list, so you get first. First dibs. Epimedibidis. I don't even know how to say that. How do you say that? Can you phonetically spell it for me? Because there's no way I got that right. There's like a net negative chance I said that anywhere close to the correct way. A Rescue Panda. Okay. So we'll do Epimedibidis, and then we'll do DCU and a Rescue Panda from there. And then we'll see where we go from there. So, and again, so I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to balance everything. So, because if someone shows up live and I'm like, Epaminondas. All right. So, a lot of times I try to get everyone as much as I can, but I can't, because and the reason, Jar Jar, I can't just like keep lists randomly is I have like my long-term list, which is on Discord, but I can't just like keep making lists, and then if you're not in my Discord, I don't have a way to tell you even if I did give you a review. So if you post in my Discord, I know 100% how to find you, because I'll just like, hey, I'll at you at Discord when I review you. But if you just like show up to my live shows and then I don't have a way to like ping people live and I'm trying to like track them down, then it just wastes my time primarily. All right, so Pamino, I'm just gonna go with this name. All right, you have 1.8 million GP, 1.1 in characters, 600 in ships. You've been playing for 6 months. So you bought the Padme bundle. You probably bought the Geo bundle. And then, did you buy a ships bundle? No, you just farmed those. Alright, so you bought the Padme bundle. You bought the Geos bundle. You just like separatists? You're just a separatist enjoyer? Is that the case? Seems like that's, if I had to guess, you just enjoy the separatists. All right. So, all right. So first of all, he doesn't want speed as much. So he wants a health primary. So get a health primary here. And then for this, he wants a crit damage. You posted a long message. Fine, I'll read. Even though you're live, I'll read it. Let's find you. I don't know what you guys expect of me. Like I'm Egnards or something. Everyone else is just like, review me, bro. Just review me. So I stopped even like reading much of them. All right, so I don't see your, oh, here you are. Not that long. Oh, my screen's kind of big. So, okay, there you go. All right, you're a returning player. After coming back to the game, you found my channel to be the most informational one. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very le sweet of you. Very le sweet. So, thank you. I do appreciate that. So you would appreciate a roster review, direction, advice from me. All right, more specifically, you're farming gas right now. So I'll tell you this, right? I don't like the gas farm, and you're super deep in it. So I'm not a gas farm enjoyer, and so much so. Watch, I'll show you. I almost clicked out of my whole game. All right, this is how I could probably do the gas event right now. Like I could probably literally unlock gas like right this second. I could just like juice up the mods, get this done. It'll probably take me a second because she barely hits the power threshold, but I probably have the ability to finish it. But I don't, because I just don't care about unlocking gas. So that's how much investment and care I have in gas. Is like I could probably literally put in the effort, unlock him. I have the get too. Well, it's get one, but it get TOO. So I have the 69k get for this dude just sitting here. So, hey, thanks Caleb. So that's how much I don't like this farm. Is I could literally probably farm him right now, and I don't. I just don't. Vash, so I did that so I could get her to her gear power level if I wanted to. So I specifically added the gear so that she hit over 17,500 because yeah, I didn't want to use this gear, and I think this is a Kyrotech, yeah, so I wasn't going to do that. So not a good farm, Mr. Sarcastiface. I'm just not a fan of it. It's just not a like he's a good character, right? He's a good character, but he just doesn't lead anything. And don't get me wrong. And let's go back to your character. If you would have fully committed, right? If you would have fully committed and gone and bought the negotiator bundle, then I would have told you go gas, farm the Marauder, farm Bad Batch, and get Lord Vader. That's what I would have said. But you're already like committed to it. So I'm not going to tell you not to farm it. I'm just going to say I don't like that farm because it's not good. Yeah. And then the main reason I would have told you to farm Marauder is for the negotiator. So, and do you see how like you have lackluster fleets? Like how absolute like garbanzo beans this farm is for the overall development of your account. Like, yeah, Geos are good, but you bought them. And then, yeah, you have Anakin, you have Ahsoka, but you're nowhere near Negotiator. So, and even when you do, like Negotiator's just like, okay. So you're farming something that you're going like all in. You're going all in on this character, and it doesn't really lead to anything. It's not going to give you more, and this is why I say it's not going to give you more resources in the game. Because yeah, is Gas a good character? Yes, Gas is a good character. Can you like do some stuff with them, win some grand arenas, or maybe get a little better? Galactic Challenge, yeah. But he doesn't lead to assault battles. He doesn't give you fleet currency. He's not doing like anything of that for you. And that's why I haven't farmed Gas. That's why I haven't farmed like JMK. That's why I haven't farmed Lord Vader, is because they all don't lead towards more resources in the game. They're just kind of like this thing that's a resource vampire. They just suck up your resources and they don't give you anything in return. Nothing. But you're too deep. Hey, thanks Mark. Hey Jackson. Thank you. So I'll say that. Like, it's just like Gas and Lord Vader just takes a straw and sucks up your resources, and you get nothing from it. Like, nothing at all. So let me finish reading your thing before I like start going into this. All right, so your 3. I am also side farming Marauder and the 3 Bad Batch members. I'm behind in fleets, so your plan is to get a good negotiator farm so you can get crystal income. That's why I'm farming Marauder. Do you agree with that plan so far too? What should have my... All right, so I'll say this. Like, you're too deep. You're too deep. Like, you just have to commit. You have to commit to the bit. You know what I mean? Like, you ever do something so outlandish and you just have to like commit to it? Like, imagine you're talking to this person and you're talking to your friend with an accent and you're just like playing along, and then someone walks up and you're using that accent, and then you've been using it for so long that you're just like now committed to using that accent anytime you talk to that person. That's what you've done right now. Like, you've committed to this bit. So you just have to go all in. So yeah, your plan is fine. Go negotiator, farm, continue to farm the Bad Batch, Marauder, Y-Wing, and that's fine. No, I'm a Gemini, if that's what you're talking about. So yeah, so you're like, is it the best pathway? No, it's not. Is it efficient? No, it's not. But this count is like, it's 1.8 million GP and it's all gas. Like, it's all gas. Is this going to be like a slow farm? Yeah, it is. It's going to be like painfully slow. Like, ridiculously painfully slow. And you just gotta suffer through it. You just gotta suffer through the consequences of your actions. You made this bed. You now have to lie in that bed with gas. You know what? You get to follow the gas hierarchy of needs. You get to follow the gas hierarchy of needs. It's not a good farming pathway, but it's the farming pathway that you have. Yeah. So I would say this, like, if you can try to like, and the thing is, like, it sucks. Like, it sucks because, like, I can't even tell you to like side farm things because there's like nothing for you to side farm really that is going to help you with this. Like, Imperial Troopers are like a completely other farm. Like, CLS Rebels, completely other farm. Sith, completely other farm. Like, everything is just like a completely other farm. And it just doesn't have any farming synergies with anything except for Lord Vader. And, you know, like, Lord Vader's fine. So that's just what you have to do. You have to go Marauder. You have to go Bad Batch. You have to go Negotiator. And then you have to go... Yeah, I see that, but it's not... It's like... There's no like side farms that's going to help you with this because it doesn't have synergy towards it. Because you go like where side farms works is like you go Executor and you side farm Imperial Troopers because you pretty much need like one relic to fully make that team, other than what you get from Executor. And then you go you know, like towards Jabba, and you can farm the whole CLS crew, and then you get Jedi Knight Luke, and then you have 4 assault battles from there, and you're getting that passive income, and then you get Jabba, and now you're getting like Smuggler's Run 2, you have that Executor, and it's like, and everything like jives, right? And someone could do that in the time that you would have gas and then Lord Vader, because they're gonna have so much more income than you. Like, they can go Executor into like Jabba and like farm all these assault battles. That's just gonna be like way better than anything this account will. And it's not to say that this account can't be good. It's just that it's gonna take a longer for you to get where you want to go. So just commit to it. Commit to your Marauder, Bad Batch. It's not gonna be until like Hunter is gear 11 that it's really kind of useful, because then you can put Anakin in stealth. But until then, like, you just gotta like suffer through the consequences, slowly work your way up on this account, and then Like just go through. And the thing is too, like you spent money on this too, like you did. So if you would have bought something like a finalizer and SOKR bundle for like the same price, you could have been like, you know, halfway there towards executor. Then you can go to executor and you dominate your fleet shard and you get all this fleet income, and it's gonna like push you towards, and you get like SOKR and the executor for the same price that you get just a crap gas. You kind of get what I'm saying here, like, but the thing is, you just like you went full all in into this plan knowing what it was. Yeah, I get it. So and again, like, I don't mean to like take your parade and just like rain on it, but you asked my opinion of what I think about this farm, and that's what I'm saying, that like, hey, you like you've committed because that's the entirety of your account. So just unlock gas, and even like farming him is gonna it's gonna be such a painful thing. So yeah, I will say this, you can here. So if you want an alternative, right? If you're just like, well, Captain Amazing, everything you're saying like really deflates my love of what I'm doing. What you can do, like to start like changing the pathway towards this, is instead of going like Marauder Bad Batch, because the point of the Marauder Bad Batch was like people who bought the negotiator pack, because you already had a 7-star negotiator, you had everything you needed. You don't have that here. So you can go like negotiator, that's fine, farm the Y-Wing, but start farming towards like executor. So go gas like executor and then farm something else, and then you'll just have a gas, you know what I mean? And you don't have to go like Bad Batch Lord Vader. You can farm some like assault battles in there. You can go like Imperial Troopers, CLS Rebels, into like actual GLs instead of gas, or like while you still have gas. And that's what I would probably advise, is to like start pivoting towards executor. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But it's probably going to take you, the amount of Chirotech that you're going to need for the Bad Batch is like insane, and your account can't really like support it, because that's 1600 Chirotech. So you could easily get executor up and running for something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're gonna do whatever you want, right? You're gonna do whatever you want. So you don't have to convince me, dude. You don't have to convince me to do anything. I have my opinion, and my opinion is this isn't a good farming pathway that's like efficient. So do what you can and what you want. So if you want Bad Batch, go farm Bad Batch and Marauder, and then go for Lord Vader after gas. Do it. You know, like, let me know how it is in like 6 months. But hey, thanks, Iceman. But hey, Lord Bane, how's it going? You're up pretty late. So yeah, I'll say that. Like, do whatever you want. Farm. Like, I told you my opinion on the farm. I don't like it. But you've like committed. So yeah, go ahead. Go. Like, what about your first GL? Lord Vader, dude. Lord Vader. So you're already like planning to go Bad Batch. You have gas. Just go Lord Vader. Like, Lord Vader's believe it or not, he's a good first GL. He is. Don't believe all the hype. Don't believe all the hype where people say he's not a good GL. Like, he is. He's a good GL. So just go Lord Vader. He'll do a lot of good for you. And then from there you can go whatever you want. So I would recommend actually farming like a GL ship after you have Lord Vader, and then go into like Jabba, Leia, JML Profundity is what I would recommend. Yeah, even without Maul. Dude, you have like nothing. You have like, what do you mean without Maul? Like, you're 1.8 million GP. You're 1.8 million GP saying, is Lord Vader good enough for me? Like, yeah, dude, Lord Vader is a GL. Like, he's perfectly fine without Maul. Like, you're in, where are you at? Carbonite something? Where are you at? You're in Bronzium 4, alright? You're in Bronzium 4, not Kyber 1. So, if you're worried about the viability of Lord Vader as a Bronzium player, like, you're gonna be just fine. Like, he's a good character. He's a GL. Like, I don't even know what you're asking. But, yes, even without Maul, Lord Vader is a GL. So, if you're like, I'm going to farm gas, I'm gonna farm Bad Batch. That's like 90% of Lord Vader. I don't even know what you're asking. What you should farm? I honestly thought you were saying what you farm after Lord Vader, but that's like, C. You're seriously trying to say you would rather have C in your account than Lord Vader? So C is not like, C is probably the 8th best GL, and Lord Vader is a very good GL. So yeah, like Lord Vader's good. Lord Vader's good. I don't know why you would say like I'm a farm C instead of Lord Vader. Yeah, top 8 GL. They're both top 8. They're both top 8. So like, you want C, go C. If you want go Lord Vader and then C, you'll have like the worst account farming pathway I'll ever see, to be completely honest. But farm whatever you want. Like, I efficiency be damned. Farm whatever you want. But yeah, trust me, like, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't agree with that, Iceman. Lord Vader is a good GL. Like, he is a good GL. It's that people want to put minimal investment into him, and then he doesn't perform the way he needs to if you put minimum investment into him. But if you saddle him up with good GLs, so he's already committed to Bad Batch Marauder. So if you're committing to gas, Bad Batch Marauder, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? So someone's like, hey, I am 100% gonna farm Bad Batch Marauder, like, and also gas. So he has gas, he'll have Padme, he'll have Bad Batch. So now he just needs like Zam, Count Dooku, Tarkin, Arc Trooper, which he needs for gas, Newt. So like, the dude's already committed. So it's a good, like, if you're committing to like Marauder, because the reason people don't farm Lord Vader is the Bad Batch is incredibly expensive, and he's also really expensive for what he is. And then he requires high relics, and his team requires high relics for him to be good. Hey, thanks, Joe Boy. Yeah. All right, so next is DCU. I'm gonna edit this stuff while I'm here. Yeah, but I would love to have given you a better, like, because you're really committed to this farm. So yeah, like, the best thing you can do is try to get those Bad Batch up and running as soon as you can, so that you can start, and like, Negotiator's a good farm too, so you can start getting Negotiators. And the problem is, like, you're a return account, I think you said, so you're gonna be hurting against your fleet. All right, let's see. All right, so next we have DCU. Yeah, and it's a good team. Like, Bad Batch is good, Gas is good. You get a Separatist team. You have you get like a few bounty hunters or something. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Lord Bane. I don't have very much hope in my next like, the dude looks like he knows what he's doing. So I don't know, we'll see. Weirder things have happened than me winning a round, but these accounts I'm going against are really strong, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so DCU from Legio. Oh, well, first, Asajj donated. Are you still here? Did you want a roster review, Asajj? It's up to you. But thank you for the donation. So if you want a review, if you're still in here, let me know. You lost your first one? That sucks. I won my first one. I don't know how my second and third will go. Because I'm like the smallest account by a wide margin in my bracket. All right, so 5 million GP, 2.7 in characters, 2.1 in ships. That's not a bad spread. So like 9 months played. 9 months played. This is a lot of progress for 9 months. So, and it's not all bundles. There's a lot of bundles here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. So there's a lot of bundles. There's Ewoks, there's Rebels, Night Sisters, First Order, probably Resistance, BAM. So, so Geos. So a lot of bundles here. A lot of bundles, but you're getting Zori up. So I would say, let's see what's going on here. It looks like you're going Profundity, if I had to guess. Just because you have this Redis. I wish you were smarter with your investment because you have a. All right, no problem, Asajj. But thanks for the donation. I wish you would have put a more investment in your Rogue One because you have like a Relic 9 here. This is like a fully functional team right here with no fully functional. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I just like dunked on your parade, but I'll say this, Pamina. It's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan. And I wish if you would have bought the negotiator bundle or the gas bundle, I think it would have been a much better one because you could have like, and I think the fact that you're like an older shard too, that, you know, I don't know, like you're really going to have to commit to that negotiator farm because it's going to take you a long time to get like 7-star negotiator. And then you're going to have to get the Marauder up and running, and you're going to have to do a bunch of things that you're just not going to get the fleet currency that you think you are in the time, like the time that you think you will, because you need like for the negotiator to counter like executors or yeah, I think it can even be like Profundity sometime. I don't know. But for you to like get that, the negotiator needs to be like fully like decked out, fully functional. So, and that's what I was saying, where I was like, I don't think you're going to get what you think you're going to get from that fleet. But let's say you started a new shard, you bought like the hyperdrive bundle, and then you bought the gas bundle, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go gas into Marauder. That's fine because you have like a fully functional negotiator. You're gonna go against the other fully functional negotiators, and then you're gonna have the opportunity to like build up your Bad Batch Marauder. And then by the time other people have like executors, you're gonna have that fully decked out negotiator, so that you can like get it up and running. But you're not that. You're like way behind, and then you're going to start with like a 5-star negotiator, and you're not going to do anything with it, and then a 6-star, and you're not going to do anything with it, and a 7-star, and then hopefully you have like Bad Batch up and running by then, and then you still have to like R7 a Plo Koon to reliably beat these executors. So you get what I'm saying here. Like, it's going to be a very long time before you start getting like, and then you're still going to be like targeted down because it's really easy to beat you compared to like an executor or Profundity or Leviathan, whatever is there. So that's what I'm saying. And you're like, well, it's magically going to get me fleet shard crystals. And I'm saying, I think you're being really, really optimistic with how much return of investment you're going to get from that fleet. So that's why I was saying maybe you should pivot. But you know, you don't have to. It's just, I don't think you're going to get what you think you're going to get from it. So that was the point of what I was trying to say. All right, so you're told Rogue One. So I will say this, I built K2. So I like K2. I think the best tank for this team is probably Baze, but I'm going to save Baze for Leia. I like K2. Like his ship's pretty good. So I like K2. So I went so I did take K2 just to like Relic 3 to finish this team out. So what's stopping you? Are you just waiting for the event? Do you have everything you need? Nice. Congratulations, Middle G. All right, so you don't have the Hans Millennium Falcon to R7 or to 7 stars. So what's your bounty hunters? You're not going to be able to finish it. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you need to you're not going to be able to unlock the Profundity until you get this ship to 7 stars. So you're not ready for the event. You need a 7 stars Hans Millennium Falcon. So I would be working on those ships as fast as you can to get this ship up and running. So yeah, so it's I don't know how long it's going to take you to 7 star this Hans Millennium Falcon, but that's what's going to stop you. But I will say I would recommend getting a tank. So whether you choose Baze, K2, or Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, it's up to you. I went K2. I like K2. But you can go, and he's really easy to gear to mod. You just give him like all protection primaries. So yeah, congrats, Middle G. So yeah, Rogue One's good. So I like that you have good Phoenix investment based on my video. Cool. I like your Phoenix. So I would like you to start putting investment into Redis. So into Rogue One. So get him his and even for your account, like his Omicron's good, his Zetas are good, and you'll want Jin. So you'll want at least 3 Zetas here. So you don't need Cassians. Cassians is a luxury, but put the 2 on Radis, put 1 on Jin, and that's all you need. That's the only Zetas this team really needs. And then K2, you don't have to like give him a Zeta either. Hey Matt, thank you very much. So that's what I would recommend for that. CLS stuff, I would like, you have an R9, dude. You have an R9 fully functional, like you have an R8 and an R9 in your account right now that you can't even use. So yeah, like put the investment, put the 3 Zetas on the team so that you can use it. You'd be surprised how really strong this team is. It's a good team. I don't really get to use it for much just because my account's a lot more developed, but where your account is sitting right now, like you really should put the investment on this guy. That would be my first thing. Side farms, I would get Zori up. I would let's see what your resistance is, because you already have the Zetas on her and the Omicron. So I would get her relict. Like I would before everyone else. Like she's good right now, to be completely honest with you. I think you do need a GL though. Those are all Kairos. Yeah, I think you need a GL. So I don't know if you want to go for SOKR first or if you want to go on Ray. Okay, you want to go Ray first? Okay, so go Ray first. You don't have the finalizer shards? Okay, so go Ray. So obviously, like, finish the bounty hunter ships, unlock Profundity, go Ray, and then start working on finalizer. While you're working on the finalizer, that's where you can start working on like 3PO and Chewie, Zori, finishing your CLS, maybe even Executor. Long term is Jabba. Jabba is an excellent farm. So I'll say this, Riki P. I do love SOKR. I have a special place in my heart for SOKR. I will always have a special place in my heart for SOKR. I wouldn't say he's the best first GL though. And I wouldn't say he's the best overall GL anymore. Like he used to be. He used to be. Hey, thanks, Mirza. I would say SOKR is like a Swiss Army knife. Like, and I love SOKR. I absolutely love him. Like, he's very, very good. But I would say Jabba is probably the best first GL, to be completely honest. Like, and don't get me wrong, I love SOKR way more than Jabba, but like just everything that it gives you, I would say Jabba is the best first. Jar Jar, what are you talking about? That mod event? Yeah, Smuggler's Run 2. So it gives you a lot. He's a great GL on offense, great on defense. Yeah, I get, yeah, so I get what you're saying, Riki P. I totally get with you. And I'm all for you. Like, SOKR is good. He's just not the best, is what I'm saying. Like, Jabba is just far superior in return of investment. Like, SOKR right now just gives you an assault battle, but it's better to do the Sith for that assault battle anyways. So it's not even like the best thing that you should do for that assault battle. Because you have to manually play it and it takes like an hour. But I get what you're saying. I'm all for SOKR. I love SOKR, especially with Lightspeed bundles. All right, so I do think at some time you should finish this farm. I don't know why you relicked 5 C3PO before 3PO and Chewie. That's a bit strange, but you know. So yeah, so I would say Profundity. So Profundity into yes, 1 by 1 on CLS. So Profundity into Rey into I do think you should finish SOKR before you go to Jabba. I do. So I think you should do Profundity, Profundity Rey, SOKR, and then you can go Jabba from there. Is fine. So that's what I would say. And then try to fit in between. Let's see your Imperial Troopers. Try to get like a R5 Dark Trooper in here. With the Piet. I don't know why you have a Relic Force Snow Trooper, but try to get like Dark Trooper in here. Maybe with this you're able to do were you able to do the assault battles with this? I would say no. I would say no. But with Dark Trooper and Piet you can. Yeah, you can start like, but you should. Yeah, you do need more. So I'll say this. Like, just you're so close to SOKR, he will bring you more. And don't get me wrong, I love Jabba. Like, I absolutely love Jabba. But if you bought the SOKR bundles, like, just farm SOKR, finish everything that you can, and then like go for Jabba. And I wouldn't hate, believe it or not, if you got Zori Bliss up to relics. And I get she requires Kyrotech, but if you get her to R5 and you put her on defense, a lot of people are just going to like fail on her. Like just straight fail. And if you put Zori with Rey, a lot of people will just like not be able to beat that. And that's going to help you like shoot up and gack. So, hey Salasher. So I would say this is a really good, this is a really good character. Well, first of all, yeah, I get it, but because you already have the Zeta and the Omicron investment, so people are failing on Zori as is. But I hate when people say this. To be completely honest with you, when they say like they're doing what they need right now, and if you were in like Kyber 3 and above or something, or even Kyber 4, I would be like, okay, that's fair, but you're in Chromium 4, not Kyber 4. So if you're in Kyber and you're like, well, she's doing everything I need, then I totally get it. But you're not. You're facing like hands down some of the worst players in the game, right? Like they're not like Carbonite, but they're not good. It's, you know, like they're new players. They're accounts that aren't developed. They're players that just don't know what they're doing. So saying like, oh, my account, she does her job, but her job is to, it could be a lot better. She could be like a defense that holds in Kyber, not a defense that holds in Bronzium. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying like as a side farm, you can fit in like 3PO and Shuupio, Zori Bliss. Like you can get those up. I would say like get Darth Treya up to gear 12, get Darth Nihilus up to gear 12. And that's really good. That's a good team. And it doesn't require any Kyrotech. So Savage, Nihilus, Treya, I would get this team up and running because this is like a fully functional team right here. Yeah, so Savage, Treya, Nihilus, even at gear 12, can take on some serious things. Like you throw in Darth Vader with them, and they can take on C. So these guys right here. So I'm not saying new players are bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't aim for mediocrity. I don't know what you guys do when you try to like build something, or you're building a team, or you're whatever. I don't aim for mediocrity. I try to aim for how can I beat the best players in the game? How can I compete in like Kyber 2, Kyber 1? How can I push up and face those players who have like everything? That's what my goal is. So you know, I haven't been playing all that long, like 2.5 years. So a lot of you guys are probably within shooting range of where I can be. If you play a year or two or whatever, you could absolutely be in the similar area. So don't look at what you have and think this is all I need. Like look at what you can do to do the best for your account and what is going to give you the most return on investment for it. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with a little, you know, sweating, being a sweaty guy. Any other ship stuff? I probably have tons of things to say about your ships. So focus one fleet at a time. Farm your malevolence. Farm your malevolence. So you need to do that. So farm the Hyena Bomber, farm the Malevolence. Like this is a really good fleet you're just like wasting here by not having a Malevolence. So farm that. Honestly, you're not that far from an Executor either. So if your guild at 5 million GP, if you're not getting Get 2, you need to leave your guild and you need to find a good guild. Like honestly, hey Hazuma, thank you. Leave your guild. Leave your guild. Leave your guild. I don't say this lightly, but your guild sucks. And if you're not getting Get 2, leave your guild. Like you're 5 million GP. 5 million GP. You're not getting Get 2. That's insane, dude. Absolutely insane. I don't care if you're the leader. I don't care if you're the leader of the guild. Leave it. TW officer? Who cares? You're the leader of nothing. You're doing a horrible job as an officer. Hey, I'm gonna call you Summoner. SMN. Let's look at this. I'm the leader. I'm an officer. So? Man. Even better. Do better. Let's look at these. Let's look at these garbanzo beans over here. $145 million GP. 550 meters. All right, so let's look at this. Look at this, right? You have 145 million GP. Here, let's do this. Let's do a little experiment here. Let's go on a journey. Everyone, we're going on a journey. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Let's go on a journey. All right, here you guys are. All right, so TB, you guys did Light Side Hoth. Raid history, that's okay. And then you guys have next to no participation for, oh, okay, 144, 141, okay. All right, so let's do this. All right, let's see what, so you're 5 million, so you could be in a 300 million GP guild, I would say. So you take your 5 times 50, 250 million, and then you add in another 50, so 300 million. So let's GP range. Let's see this. Let's update, let's look filters, currently recruiting, update, guild mindset. Let's say semi-competitive. Preferred language, we're not going to mess with that. All right, let's update that. All right, so what can you do here? What can you do? All right, so you got these guys. 5 million GP, 1 GL. That's not you. We are fun, semi-competitive guild recruiting. 15 row. All right. Let's see, min 1 GL. No, if you get your GL ship, you could probably join one of these. Ewoks are delicious, maybe. These guys look fun. 1 GL minimum, 1 GL ship. Chromium 5 or above. Let's go casual. Let's look casual. Now let's semi-competitive is fine. Well, you're pretty casual. Let's see 250. Let's see. Forceful Dodgers. I think believe it or not, I believe you could join this guild. If you talk to them and you're like, hey, I'm really close to, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you could be in something like this, right? You could be in something like this, where you get like ROTE, 18 stars. You guys, decent speeder bike raid, mixed TW, but you know, it's like higher GP, so you get decent rewards. So this is the potential of what you could be getting. But you're just like, I would rather be an officer getting like, and raid is the most important thing, or like the guild is the most important part of this game. Like, it's the most important part. You have to like constantly be finding better guilds. Like your guild is really, really bad. It is the worst thing that you can do is staying in a bad guild. So, and it took me like 2 minutes to find a better guild that you could absolutely join in. So, yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you, especially with you being like right there. Like, if I saw your roster, I would be like, all right, this guy's going to get the Profundity here the next go around. He's going to get Ray and he's going to get SLKR back to back to back. You don't need that. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you could be in a good guild right now, and you being in the guild that you're in is like so detrimental to what your account for your account in the long run. Like, I promise you, if the longer you play and the longer you stay in your guild, you'll look back on it and be like, oh man, I really screwed myself with how long I stayed in that guild. So I would honestly recommend finding a guild that's doing Darkside GOTB and also doing what do you call it, rope. So here, the best place to do it, so you saw how I got there, right? So this, you just go to swgoh.gg and then you have recruit here. So you can do that, or you can also go to, I'll give you the link to the Discord here. Here's the link to the recruitment Discord, and then here you can find, and then these are pretty good. So you can come here and you can like, hey, look, 260 to 280, and then you just find one that's doing like Darkside GOTB, and they'll say what they're looking for. But you can anywhere in the 250 to 300 range here is probably really good for you. So, you know, I would just take a look in there. It's much better to be in an active Discord than to be in an active guild that is doing really well. And I promise you, if you have people that you like in your guild, like, continue to grow, and then you'll find a guild that you mesh with really well, and you have like, is a good fit for you, like roster wise, competitive level. There's tons and tons of guilds that are recruiting. There's no reason to like strap yourself to the first group that will let you be a leader and be like, well, this is it, this is the guild that I'm destined to be in with forever. You don't have to do that. So like, the best thing you can do for your account is to honestly get a new guild. Who cares, you know? Like, have you heard of the sunk cost fallacy? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Just guild officers leave guilds all the time. Just be like, hey guys, sorry, it's not working out. After you find a new guild, just be like, hey, sorry, it's not working out. Best of luck, guys. And then you leave your guild and you join the new guild, and you don't look back. Like, that's it. That's it. It's totally fine. What are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Track you down? Like, it's fine. They'll survive. And if they can't survive without you, then, you know, they weren't a good guild in the first place. So, you know, don't feel like you know, you need to strap yourself to the sinking ship because you're an officer on that ship. You know, get on a lifeboat. Row over to the next ship that's not sinking. Yeah, no problem, DC. Happy to assist you on your pathway. Hopefully that pathway is into a new guild. All right, so who do we have next here? Who's next on the list? Any of you guys here? Who on this list is here? All right, let's look. I've been ignoring chat because I've been trying to find you a new guild. All right, so Summoner it is. It is Summoner. I know it's not Summoner, but, you know, Summoner is just the way it has to be. I played that game for so long, I can't look at SMN any other way. Did you say a 500 mil? Oh, get you what through get 3? Hey, Joe Boy. Joe Boy's here. All right, Joe Boy, what did you want me to look at? I know you have a smaller account. I feel like sooner or later, as you go on through, you'll be faster. Shark bait. Okay. So this is how I'm gonna do it for right now. Like I'll if anyone's in my Discord list, I'll give them the reviews first, and then we'll move on. Yeah, tiny account too. Book a Bobble Fat. All right, so Jailboy, usually you ask me to look at something specific, so let me go read what you wanted on here. Scrolling up through my Discord. So I'm going to say some stuff while I do that. All right, Jailbait, where you at? Or Jailboy, where you at? Where are you at? Dun, 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 dun. So don't forget to leave a testimonial too if you get a review. That would be swell. That would be the bee's knees. Dr. Turtle's in here. Did I give you your review, Dr. Turtle? Did I add you to the list? You didn't say anything. Dun, 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 dun. Jailboy, alright. Hello there. Hello there. I am here to request a roster review. Ally code numbers. Spending habits is free to play. Game mode focus is GAC. Current farm is Bad Batch. Ooh, I don't know about that. Specific teams I want you to look at is Padme Squad and Jedi Knight Revan Squad. You just unlocked Hermit Yoda, so you work on him after boss is geared up in terms of abilities and gear. So the funny thing is, where you are in the game, like I would consider like none of these a main farm. But since you're like so low that like the things that we layer in our farms and the things that are like really inconsequentials for like mid, late, and end game are actually like pretty important for early game. So yeah, interesting. You posted it in the wrong Discord chat? I don't know what that means. All right, so here. You said a lot of words, Jailboy. You said a lot of words. A lot more words than what's happening here. To be completely honest. All right, so Jedi's good. Jedi Knight Anakin, you don't need his Zeta. I would probably finish gearing your Geos to gear 12. Savage to gear 12 would be good. I don't know why you're going for Padme. Why are you going for Padme, Jailboy? Bad Batch is for Marauder. So Jailboy, you're nowhere near, like nowhere near the Marauder. Like nowhere near Bad Batch, nowhere near Marauder. Like forget that ship exists right now. Forget it exists. So if you need to go for either the Executor or the Profundity should be your first big farm. Honestly, I don't know why you're going for like, cause I don't know if you were here for, who did I just like tear into, not too long ago? Was it not DCU? Kryze? Was it Kryze? No, DCU. No, not DCU. Kryze? I don't know. Pamino. You just sat here from me roasting Pamino. Like absolutely taking him to task. And then you're like way early from what Pamino is. But you just like sat here and listened to me roast this guy about a pathway that you're like months behind him. So I'll say this, like rewind, watch Pamino's roast and then like adjust your farm so that, you know, in the future, I don't roast you for the same thing that I just roasted him on, because I was like, this is not a good farming pathway. It's not good. And then you're like, okay, that's not me, but it's different from me. You know, you guys ever feel like, when you, like where you're like, hey, you know, that's horrible. Why would you do that? But it doesn't apply for me, you know? Like it's like I'm the exception. And I would go into like some more things, but it would start getting like turning like into some other thing I don't want to get into. But like everyone feels like they're the exemption for what they do. So I'll say this, like you're not the exception. Don't do this. It's not a good farm. Like you can get Padme up and running. Just make a Padme team if you want. You can make a Jedi Knight Revan team as side farms. You're already pretty much there. That's totally fine. Like it's a good, they're good teams. You can totally do that. But your first big farm should be a GL level ship. So you choose Executor or the Profundity. Just choose one and then go hard for that. So that's my recommendation, Jailboy. Hard for Executor or Profundity. I personally like the Executor. So I always say like Executor, perfect first farm. But you're cruising, hey Shield Flyer, you're cruising for Labruzen. So stop that. So, and also in the Discord, if you can't type in it, so mine is the one that has the crown on it. So if you're looking for my roster review, it's this one with the crown. And then you do have to, if you can't type in them, you have to come here to welcome, to the welcome channel. And then you have to like click this frog. So see this little frog thing right here? You have to click that. And that'll allow you to like type through all these chats. So here, like, and this is mine. So see how there's two, there's Egnard's reviews and then my reviews. You guys can go ahead and like request for Egnard's if you want to. Like there's no limit. Like you guys can request one from me, you can request one from him. He's absolutely like a fantastic roster reviewer. He's really good for like return of investment and how to like build a smart account. But like you can put one here, you can put one there, whatever. But the captain's roster reviews, this is my little area, and then Egnard's, this is his area. Hey Kazutora, thank you very much. So with that being said, Jailboy, I'm looking at you, I'm looking into your soul. Please don't continue the path that Pamino, as I said, was like way too far. You're not too far. Don't do this to yourself. It's not a good farming pathway. Don't do the gas hierarchy of needs. It's not a good farming pathway. So go for Executor or Profundity. I recommend Executor is what I'm requesting, is what I'm saying. Don't do it. So you don't like stop doing something when you have a Negotiator. Like you continue going for Executor, and then Negotiator is like a side farm that you do. So you're putting priority on the side farm when your priority should be on the main farm, and then you farm Negotiator as a side farm. And honestly, I wouldn't even be farming Negotiator as a side farm. Like Malevolence is the better side farm. You go Malevolence 5 stars, then 7-star Negotiator, then 7-star Malevolence. It looks like you're like too far. You probably have some shards already, so not a big deal if you go straight for that. But you know, something to think about. All right, who's next? All right, so here's my list. Who's here? I know Sharkbait is here. Dr. Turtle was talking earlier. Anyone else here that's on this list? Rescue Panda, are you still here? So that's all I have to say about your account, Jailboy. You don't have enough in your account right now for me to like really go into much. It's just like giving you a farming pathway, and I would say what you're doing right now isn't really smart. Like you need to like reevaluate, choose a different pathway that either leads to the Executor or the Profundity, and then from there you can like pivot towards the side farm. Yeah, you just put in a roster review here. Just put it in here to the 2 captain's roster reviews, and then you just drop it in there. Hey Digger, how's it going? I think Digger asked for a roster review. Alright, Rescue Panda? No, you didn't miss it. So I was just asking for someone. We're just starting the new one. Joe boy. Alright. Look at that. I'm getting through my list. Getting through it. Because I do prefer to do these live. Alright. Let's see. Am I gonna have to murder a panda today? I hope not. I hope not. Are you going for gas too? Are you farming gas as well as your first farm? Alright, so you're Kyber 5. Alright, so you're about to get relegated. Relegated down to Erodium. Jaja Wick. The mods? What do you want me to look at your mods for? Joe boy. Because again, like, I don't think you really have enough time to develop your account, and there's no real characters that I would focus on the mod. So I'll look at it real quick. But there's just like, there's not enough there. Like you just have to continue building your account. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like, it's just a really slow farming pathway when you're free to play. It's just like super slow as you're developing it. Well, it's not. It's like you don't have enough time to develop mods. I don't even look at mods until you have about a year in. A year in is when I start looking at mods. So you don't have, like, you've been playing for, I don't know, like 4 months, maybe 3 months, 4 months. So there's not enough time here for me to like really critique. Like, this is okay. Yeah, this is good. This needs to be crit damage, not protection. So crit damage there. But they're fine otherwise. Offense, health. So, in the beginning, right? In the beginning, I do like crit damage on Jedi Knight Revan. Once you get like JML Jedi Knight Luke, then it needs to be health. But yeah, your mods are like really good actually, Joe boy, for how long you've been playing. You have like good mods. This needs to be crit damage. So yeah, you don't have any crit damage mods, but for the age of your account, these are like solid. Yeah, so like this, ironically, you're like, I don't know if you're using swgoh.gg, but you're kind of whack in what you're doing as far as like your triangles, because Grandmaster Yoda wants offense here because his crit chance is like so crazy low. So this needs to be offense. And then this needs to be offense. But like overall, decent mods. So I don't know if it's because you've been like following my guides right away, because you've been watching me for a long time now. So I don't know if like you're just following my guides, but the amount of mod depth you have for the age of your account is really good. I think, and this is why I don't like critiquing your mods, because I just sound like a kind of like I'm super nitpicky, right? You're just like, this guy's a nitpicky a-hole. But you're asking me for me to like give my opinions on things that I don't really like to critique, because you don't have the time to develop the depth or the you know, to really even have, like, honestly at this point of how long you've been playing, I'm usually telling people like, just farm mods, put them on as best you can, and it just makes me sound like an a-hole, because I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, it's like I go to like a Boy Scouts thing and I just start yelling at children, and that's how I feel like when I look at your account. is I just like, you know, like being a Marine, like I like berate Marines all the time for whatever they do wrong. But it would be like I go to a Boy Scout troop, and I just start berating them like they're Marines. And that's how I feel right now looking at your account. So yeah, so just go off like swgoh.gg, Jailboy. So you're farming way too many crit damage sets. I don't know why you have like, yeah, these characters need them, but the amount of crit damage sets that you have on your like, cuz Darth Vader wants, I would say I like offense on him. So yeah. There is a list, Digger. There is a list. I do remember your name. I do remember your name here somewhere. Yeah, I did see that you asked for it. Yeah, there you are. I do have a list on my stuff. I haven't updated your stuff on there yet. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, but good progress so far. It seems like you really understand mod potential pretty well. So you're doing that well. It's gonna take time for you to develop mod depth, for you to kind of like have everything, at least like have the majority of what you want. So you know, like that's good. But yeah, for the most part, most offensive, I farm like 50% speed mods, like 30% offense mods, and 20% health mods, and that's like fills the vast majority. But I also have like you know, and that's like the majority of my characters can get modded off that. So if I ever do need it, like sometimes I farm like crit damage or potency for whatever I need, or crit chance. But for the most part, if you farm those 3 sets, then you should be able to mod like 99% of your characters at least decently. So yeah. So hey Jambo, thank you for the donations. Thank you very much. Did you want a review? Yeah. So yeah. So that's what I would say. Yeah, but Jamboy, if you want a review, hey Onsop, hey, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. All right, drop your ally code, dude. Drop your ally code. I'm just gonna completely forget about. I don't even remember who I was forgetting about, to be completely honest with you. It's done. It's done and gone. Done and gone. Panda, you were like this close, dude. You were this close. You were like, this close. So close. So close yet so far. So close yet so far. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, they do. Sorry. Go ahead and drop your ally code, Jambo. Make sure you put X's in between there. So it has to be like 123 X 456 X 789. Hey, Onsub. Thanks, Onsub. Thank you very much. Yeah, almost had some roasted panda. Nice smoked, slow roasted. I would say I don't roast everyone. Just some people get a little more roasting than others. But I feel like I try not to. Do you guys feel like I roast too much? Do I? Musique, are you in here? Are you still here, Musique? Do you think I roast too much, Musique? What's your opinion on that? I would say the roast to non-roast ratio, because a lot of people, I'll say this, and I do think about this stuff, right? A lot of people do feel You felt like I was fair. So a lot of people have like bad mods, right? Like a lot of people have really bad mods. And then I feel like, especially the newer accounts or the new players, I feel like they're saying, they're like, they don't want to, they don't want to get roasted on things that they know. But there's like a lot of things that I could probably benefit. And if people tell me like straight up, like if they tell me straight up, like, hey, I'm working on my mods, you know, please give me pointers or whatever, then I really don't roast those people. I really don't. So if you're like upfront with me and you're like, hey, my mods are bad, I'm working on it, I know it's bad, then I'm like, okay, is there anything you do want me to look at for your mods? And like, and I won't roast them. So if people are like upfront with me with it, and there's like, and they self-acknowledge, like, hey, here's my self-acknowledgement that I know I need to work on these things. So like, let me know, and then I won't roast you on those things. Or if people just tell me like, hey, I really don't like to be roasted, could you just give me like a non-roast roster review or something? Then yeah, absolutely. I won't roast people. I'll give them like my honest, like, hey, here's what I think about your here's what I think about your account, or here's the things that you can do. And then I'm all about it. So I'm all about it. So I do deliver it sometimes in a way that I feel is just entertaining to me. And then I like, and as someone who enjoys Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content, I do like, yeah, so I do like just the way that I do, because it's fun for me. You know, if I enjoy this, if I have a good time, then it's good for me. If it's good for me, I feel like it's got to be good for you guys. But I would say, oh man, Panda, oh man. I feel like it's almost a challenge. I feel like it's almost a challenge now of like, am I going to roast you or not? I don't know. I'll say this. Do you know, who is it? The Mandalorian Legion? That dude did not come back. That dude legitimately got that roasting and he did not come back. So so that guy did not stick around. Mandalorian came in, he got it hot, and then he just like ran straight away. Yeah. But no, I'm just trying to say that I don't always roast everyone. So, and I will say that I am big on like, hey, just saying, hey, what's up? If you're like, hey, can I get a roster review? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But if you're just like dropping a code on me and you don't like, and that's the first thing you ever say in my chat, you know, like, you may get roasted. No, it was immediate. Like he immediately, I like immediately went into it. So I think he just like didn't appreciate it. I think he just didn't appreciate it. Not a big deal. So yeah, I do like to keep it entertaining. So, but I do roast, but I keep it not educational. Like I'm not the kind of guy where I'm just gonna like, except for Mandalorian, he just got the business. But except for that one guy, every other roast is like, you're gonna get some benefit. I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna point you towards the right direction. I do think it's like common decency to like, because when I go into other people's chats or when I watch other people, I always like talk to them first. I'm like, hey, you know, this or that or whatever, before I start asking for things. So just, you know, I think that's like normal. I think that's normal. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So 8.3 million GP, 4.8 in characters, 3.4 in ships, 12,000 galactic war battles. So almost 3 years time played at 8.3 million GP. Free to play? Did you buy bundles? Probably bought some bundles. Maybe Ray. Yeah, you definitely bought some bundles here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely bought some bundles. There's some cash spendaring here. Most def. Alright, a little bit of investment into Zori. And I'll say this, right? So if you take a character, there's a lot of Gear 12 characters in here that are really, really good. And you have gas with 3 Zetas. So I'll say this right off the bat. So you bought all the bundles? Yeah, so I'll say this right off the bat. There's a lot of like investment in here in this really low, like, I don't know, in the economy that we have today with this Zeta economy. It's like your like usage of Zetas and Omicrons are real liberal, and I don't, in this economy we can't survive that. We can't survive that. Interest rates are high, like the market is low. There's like you can't be spending these Zetas like this all willy-nilly. Do you have like tons of Zeta material? Like what's your Zeta stockpile look like? So, cause I feel like your Gear 12, like, and like this area right here, like tons of investment here. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have a lot saved. Non-existent Zetas, yeah. So you're now in the Zeta poorhouse. you are Zeta homeless. So I'll say this, and here's a good learning point for everyone. So you have tons of investment here already in characters. So as you decide what to farm, because you have a lot of like fluff here, because you're 8.3 million GP, you have tons of fluff, like tons of fluff, like just bloat. This is like a super bloated carcass. You know, this is a boar sitting in the sun for 3 days, just all bloated out. But there's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential, and you just have to kind of like focus and invest. Like, and the good thing is you can build up your Zeta, your Zetas and your Omicrons and all those things, because you have so much saved here that you can like already invested, that you can get like your Zori up, your Qui-Gon, your Savage, your Dark Trooper, your CLS, your Cal Kestis. You know, you can invest. Hey Rain, thank you. So you can get a lot here. Like there's a lot that you invested in. So when you start thinking of like, okay, what's my next farm gonna be? It should be like a checklist. Like, is it Gear 12? Does it already have its Zeta and Omicron investment? And if the answer is yes, then okay, get it up. Like Radis, yeah, go ahead and get that bad boy up. Iden Versio, yeah, absolutely. Cal Kestis, Han Solo, Jin. So like whatever your farms are, you should focus your farms based on like what you have investment in, and then you can start saving your Zetas for like these big farms that you have coming up. But you're like, other than that, like the next big farm that you should be doing should be like Jabba Profundity, I think would be really good farms. So Jabba, and then I do like 2 GL ships, believe it or not. I do like 2. So I would say like Java should be your next big farm. And then your next farm after that should be a ship. If you want to like take time though to like build up some of these side farms, you can absolutely do that. You can get like investment in gas. I don't like this HK Zeta. I don't like this ZAM investment, but you can get like Malika, Jolie, Nihilus, Savage, Dark Trooper, Rogue One, Iden, Bastila, Cal, Zori, even Moff Gideon, the Troopers, the Seer team, like even Nest, K2, Captain Rex, Bad Batch, the Mandalorian. You need to get BAM up like right now. Rebels. So like, I feel like I should almost like bring up my account and be like finish your farms, because we have like almost the same amount of GP, like you and I, like very, very close. But I feel like yours is all like light speed bundles and then finishing GLs. Because there's don't get me wrong, you've been playing for a while and you did probably farm a lot of this yourself, because you got like C yourself. Maybe you farmed, let's look at your first order. Maybe you farmed first order yourself. No, you bought the bundle. But like there's a lot that you've done here, but there's a lot that you're just like, you're not really focused on, if that makes sense. If you could say that's fair. I would say it's pretty fair to say that you're not focused in your farming, because you're chasing squirrels. You're like squirrel, and then you could have a lot more in your account if you like put more investment. And then I don't think you're getting like full advantage of your light speed or of your assault battles. Maybe you are, I don't know. Like you could probably get CT3 with Rebels, even with like a lackluster Chupio, maybe, I don't know. You could probably get CT3 with these. I don't with the Gear 12 Dark Trooper, maybe, probably. Yeah, I imagine you probably can. You're close to JML. Okay. So go JML into Jabba is a great farm too, Jambo. But I just see that you are like really, really unfocused. But the good thing about this is you can really go anywhere with this. And if you want to go like JML Jabba, that's a great farm too. And then side farms, like some of these things. Iden, I would get Iden up and running if you have the TIE Interceptor. But you really do need to get BAM. Like you have a Executor, but it's not like a usable Executor, because your Razor Crest is so weak here. So I would get your at least Relic 3 to start off, like at least Relic 3 on BAM. So I would do that. I would absolutely do that. I am in, well, I'm from California originally. That's where I'm from, but I live in Okinawa, Japan. So that's where I live. So from and live is very different. So yeah, this needs to be priority number 1, is getting your BAM to relics. Continue farming your ships, like your pilotless ships, because you don't have like your Y-Wings, your Hyena bombers. So you should have all your a loose piece. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. But he's the foundation. Like the Razor Crest is the foundation, and your foundation is cracked. So I would fix that. But I would start investing in these pilotless ships. So getting the Y-Wings, getting the Hyena bombers up and running. And then continue farming. Like your ship farming priorities is really weird. But you should farm your pilotless ships first. And then after you finish those, you Southern California is where I'm originally from. If I was from NorCal, you would have heard me say something like, that was wicked awesome or something by now. I forget what they say. Wicked Bro or something. I don't know, but I'm from Southern California. There's a specific like words that Northern Californians say that I don't say. Yeah, but keep farming your ships, like at least 2. And I even at this point I would farm like, okay, so farm the pilotless ships. Evening? Yeah, it's 11:26 in the at night right now. Yeah, that's right. Hella. Yeah, hella. That's the word. All right, let's look at your mods real quick. I like offense. I like offense on, like, it's fine to have a, yeah, so I like offense here. I like an offense set. You need health here. This should be crit damage, yeah. And then I like offense here. So I would change these mods. I don't like a speed set on Rey. So Rey needs health and she needs damage. So overall, like, the stats on this aren't bad. It's just the way that you got there is really weird. And I would say I would rather you have like an offense set. So like these are fine, I guess. This isn't great. This isn't, I wouldn't give this to Rey. But like your mods are really not good. Yeah, this is horrible. This is one of the worst mods I've ever seen on a Rey. This is kind of like, I'm a little speechless on this one. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Have you seen my mod guides? Do you assume I don't have to? Not tomorrow. So I have the next 4 days off. So it's Memorial Day weekend, so I have 4 days off. So here is my mod theory guides. So please watch it and then start investing, or start building better mods. I'll look at your Omicrons here in a second. I'll look at them in a second. This is okay. Yeah, please watch my mod playlist. It'll help you out. But yeah, your mods are exceptionally bad, Chambo. Exceptionally bad. You guys want to do some meditation? Oh man. All right, so he doesn't need offense. So this needs to be a health primary, and then this needs to be a health primary. So he needs to be 200k health and whatever speed you can get. But he doesn't, 100% doesn't need offense. SLKR needs, like, these mods should be like 20 plus speed. Like 20 plus speed. There's some characters that like don't sell any of these mods. Like you're gonna look at these like someday you'll look at these and you'll be like, I can't believe that was my SOKR mod. But that's not today. Not today. There's characters that can use this, believe it or not. So you can put this on like Set Trooper, or Trooper. Sith Trooper, sorry, Sith Trooper. I was thinking Set for really slow mods, but you can put this on like Sith Trooper as their like 5th and 6th mod because it has 6.8% offense and 42% crit damage. And Sith Trooper doesn't need to like he just assists. Well, because he does need specific, like this one isn't the worst I've ever seen. It just has like really slow, he's just really slow. Like this is really bad. This is like exceptionally bad. Exceptionally bad. So it needs to be health primary, and then it needs to be like 20 or so. I don't know if you guys noticed, but whenever I look at like really bad mods, I cover my left eye. Like I really do. Like it hurts me to see this. It really does. It's like painful. It's like literally pain in my eye to like look at these mods, like physically. I'm just like, oh man. All right, let's look at this. So no. Please don't put these on SOKR. No, this is a really good mod. I don't know where it belongs. I don't know where this belongs, but this is such a good mod. But it doesn't belong here. I really don't know where I would put this, to be completely honest with you, because this is such an exceptionally like fantastic mod with, yeah, Chewbacca. Yeah, this is yeah, a Chewbacca. Yeah, I'd probably give this a Chewbacca. CLS would love this. This belongs on a Rebel. This belongs on a Rebel. Chewbacca is good. CLS is good. But this is such a good mod. This is an amazing mod. 5% offense, 25 speed, some crit damage, some protection, crit damage. This is like a banger CLS, but it does not belong on SOKR. This doesn't belong on Vader. Like he wants potency. Like I would put a speed and a potency set on Vader. Or I'm sorry, not speed. Offense and a potency set on Vader. This is a banger mod too. I wouldn't have it on Vader. Yeah, I would give this one and this one. I would give to like CLS. These two or Chewbacca. This one can go to like Chewbacca, I guess. That's a banger. Or Chewpio. Chewpio can take this one. But you have a 3 and 3. So I'll say this, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. When he doesn't really need it, because when he's in Merciless, he gets like plus 50 critical chance. So it's not bad, but I would rather potency on Vader personally. Just because like you can wait till you Merciless and then just like Culling Blade in Merciless and you'll like get max Vaderific damage. Because if you're trying to like min-max there, I would say I don't like crit chance on Vader. Like it's not the worst, right? It's not the worst. But this isn't like these are good mods, solid mods. They just need a new home, and they belong with the Rebels. So, oh man. All right. I've had enough of this. I've had enough. Did we talk farming pathway yet? I know I said BAM, right? You can farm whatever you want. JML to Jabba. Yeah, we did. Man. Yeah, try to get as good a placement as you can. Once you get investment into your BAM, these climbs will probably be a little better, a little easier for you. Yeah, please watch my mod guides. Please. Por favor. Favor Lapore. No, I wouldn't give those. Those are like fantastic mods. I wouldn't give them to Sith Trooper. I would not. Like, Sith Trooper is fine without speed. Yeah, I get it, Ruth Vader Ginsburg. I get what you're saying. I get it. Alright, who's next? Yeah, did you have anything else before I jump in there? Not anymore, Panda. Not anymore. All right. I just if you have any questions, Jambo, let me know. Yeah, no problem. No problem. You definitely you need to work on this mod. I'll tell you this. Like, right now, mods isn't the end all. How do I remember who needs what mods so easily? I don't know, man. I play the game. I play the game. And then I look at these accounts too. So, am I done? Am I finished? Nah, I'll do one more. I'll do one more for you, Panda. Uno mas. Uno mas. But I'll say this. So I like mods. So and a lot of people too, right? When I mod everything by hand. Like, I do everything myself. So like, I go through all my characters and I do all the modding, like, personally. So I understand them too, because I mod them myself, and I have to understand them, and I like look at the swgoh.gg and I read their kits, and I understand what I want from them, and a lot of them are like pretty easy. So, and I look at them all the time, and at this point, yeah, it's a lot of it is just looking at your guys' accounts too. I'm sure helps a lot, but a lot of it I already knew, just like off the top of my head. So, but yeah, it's not like, if there's ever a question, because if someone's like, how do I mod, what's a weird character? I don't know. They're like, how do I mod Omega? I don't know. I don't know, dude. And then I would just like go on swgoh.gg and read the kit real quick, and then I would learn. But I don't really care too much on like learning how to mod Omega. But it's definitely like a thing where it's pretty easy, where if you understand them, then you can definitely figure it out, or like learn. So, and a lot of like players with similar GP as mine, or time played, a lot of them use like third-party software to go in and kind of like mod their characters for them, and they don't really like learn how to mod or all the characters. Yeah, if you read kits, surprisingly enough, like sometimes you don't know, and a lot of characters are just like super stat hungry too. So if you look at someone like Bush Leia, and you'd read her kit and you're like, okay, you want tons of potency, so obviously you want like a potency cross, but then you have to look at her stats and be like, okay, she has tons of potency, so you want like an offense cross, and just stuff like that. You know, it's just like more. And then even something I do differently than everyone is how I mod Savage. So a lot of people go like all survivability here, but I believe in a crit damage triangle for Savage, because I don't know if you guys ever see me like use Savage to solo, or use my Savage with Atreya. Like, he hits for an awful lot, and I like modded my Savage very well, because he does a lot of good work for me. And then I do keep like crit damage triangle, and that's all he needs, and then he can hit like for some super fatty damage. Like, obviously not this Savage, but you know, a well-modded Savage with good mods will do a lot of good work for you. Even this one's probably like decent. Well, the thing is, a lot of people use, like, I use Savage to solo like CLS teams, and a lot of people time out on CLS, and it's because you don't have the damage, you know, you don't have the juice. So if you like, and that's what I modded them for originally, was I modded Wampa really well, and I modded Savage really well, and I modded Malik so that they can solo, and then I just haven't needed to remod them. And then I kind of like the extra damage on Savage, so I kept it, because I don't think a little more health or protection or anything is going to make or break his survivability. All right, let's look at this account. So I'll tell you right off the bat, for 6.5 million GP, you have a huge lack of GLs. So right off the bat, and GL ships. So at 6.5 million GP, I would expect a little more than a 5-star Executor and a Ray, which you probably bought through a bundle. So, you know, you did put investment in Zori, which is good, but I expected a little more. I really don't like your Ray. I really don't. Yeah, absolutely, Jambo. I'm all about reviewing accounts again. So if you feel like you make good progress, or if there's something you want me to look at, yeah, just throw your name in the hat again in the Discord, and then I'll review your account again. Just I do ask for like additional reviews if you guys just are a little more specific on what you want me to look at. Hey, Melanoma. So, and I'll tell you a big thing is, like, you went all health here. So speed is crap on Ray, right? I think we established that. So you want health or offense primary. You want a offense set. So this is fine, but you do want like health secondary here too. So same thing, if you have health here, you want offense. Excuse me. So if you have health primary, you want offense secondary. If you have offense primary, you want health secondary. So same, like, this is not good. 10 speed, 1% offense, and then no offense here. This is okay, but I do like health percent here. So your Ray, really, like, 8,643 damage is really, really low. Like, the health is okay. Like, you want 2k health, but you have like 3 health sets. So you're not even, you know, like, this should be offense percent probably. So you get what I'm saying? Like, your Ray is just like super lackluster, because I've seen like full health Rays and they're a lot of health, and this is not a lot of health. This is like bare minimum of what you need with an offense set. So, you know, like, this Ray needs a, like, you have 1 GL, like, mod that GL well. 339, this is okay. Like, your fastest at 339 is not bad. This is a really good mod. $331, that's really fast too. 322. So you need to change these mods up a little. So you want your Bossk faster than your Grief. Ideally, too, you want a you do want a defense set on them. And then tenacity is kind of like a legacy. You can keep tenacity on them, but that's like a super old way of doing things. So I do like protection, like protection, 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 speed. You can slice this a few more times to work on it. But like your Bosk needs to be a little faster because you go in, you use Predator Instinct, you get Frenzy, then Grief can either like cleanse with Sweeten the Deal or AoE on Bring Them In Cold, and then Boss can go and he can do his AoE, but instead you're not really capitalizing on this team. So just change it up so that this is like 320 or something, you know, like change some mods or something. You can probably like switch them up. This could easily be a 6-dot mod. I probably wouldn't have this here, but it like Grief like survivability. I don't know honestly who I would give this to. Maybe an Imperial Trooper. It's like 22 speed, but yeah. But you need to like change these up. This is okay. Your speed kind of like dropped off a little bit there, but that's not bad. So your Piet's like crazy slow. 300's like really slow. I don't know if you get like really good investment out of these dudes, because I don't even think you have a Lord Vader counter here. So I don't know why I don't know why you have so much investment. And like, don't get me wrong, it's good. Like Bosk and Grief are good, but you don't even have like a super good team here. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. I guess you use Zam as your 5th. Hey Carl, thanks for the $10, dude. Are you the same Carl that has the real? Oh no, not the same one. But yeah, but if you wanted a roster review, go ahead and drop your information. We'll get you a review. Thank you. Thank you, only Carl. But yeah, so I don't know why you have your dude so fast, which is totally fine, but I would probably put some more speed on your Imperial Troopers, or like something else like Zori, or I don't know, Captain Rex or something. I don't know why you have such out of like all your roster. I don't know why you put so much into bounty hunters, because you don't have like a Lord Vader counter. And if you did, I would understand of like, okay, yeah, this is your Lord Vader counter, like, because I have like decent investment into mine, but they counter Lord Vader, like, or they counter something, you know, like and I'm sure yours can maybe counter like Radis or something. You're gonna lose 3 banners because Zam is gonna die like 100%, but not a bad investment. But yeah, and you have Imperial, like you have Inquisitors, so this is good. You just I'm sure your first farm is going to be this Grand Inquisitor. Like this is probably what you're working on right now, is getting him to Relic 7 for Reva shards. So that's really good. So I'll say this, are you going to get a payout off of that Grand Inquisitor and the Inquisition? Like, no, you're not. Not for a very long time. Your payout is going to be, maybe you can get into a really good guild. Or if you're in a really good guild, then that's the payout, is you got into a good guild. But it's not going to be good for you. Like Inquisition itself without Reva isn't good. And then until you get like the Scythe, which I don't think you're anywhere close of getting, then you're not going to get the payout. So like in Inquisition itself is not a very good team. You know what I mean? Like without Reva, they're just like, they're kind of bleh. So give gas. So you definitely have to do some work on your fleets. So this you need the Hyena Bomber here. You have to finish the Vulture Droid. You have to finish your Y-Wing here and get that up and running. So all in all, I'll say this, Panda. Whoever looked at your account was just being really nice to you, because there's a lot of things that definitely need a little polish, you know, some work. And is this the worst account I've ever seen? Like, no, absolutely not. Like, this has some solid stuff in it. You have Executor, you farm Negotiator, or you probably bought the bundle. But you have Negotiator, you have Malevolence, you have the Revans, you have Array, you have Zori, you have Rex, you have Grand Inquisitor. So there's a lot of decent things here, like good things. But there's a lot of things that you need to work on. So like specifically all those things I just tore into you from the last like 10 minutes or so. I would start working on those. Oh man, this is so bad. This is really bad, but just health. Yeah, crit damage here. Health. He wants health. This is really bad. This is the worst modded Grievous I've ever seen at Relics. Yeah, so like this is a good character, especially if you bought like the Separatist bundles. So like put a little love into your Grievous. Oh man. What you doing? What you doing? All you have to do is you give him a Zeta and you take him to gear 8 and he's like just as good as if he was like Relic 9. You know what I mean? Like his purpose is complete. The second he like takes his bonus turn and then he gives out his tech, like fully he did his job. So I would like put a Zeta on this guy, get him up and running. I would also put a Zeta on General Grievous, but like gear 8 him, the Zeta on Grievous, fix his mods. Did you say you wanted me to look at your Omicrons? Like what Omicron next? Did you ask me that? Did you say like... I think you did, right? You asked for his Omicron? Omicron recommendation? I'll say this, like Zam is not worth it anymore. Like really isn't. So the time for Zam is over. Like she has some niche uses. So if you have like bounty hunters against a really bad Malgus team, with Zam you can beat it because you can outspeed Malgus, but I would say it's not worth an Omicron anymore. Yeah, so obviously finish SLKR. Finish those fleets that I said. Finish Grand Inquisitor. I would get Dark Trooper up to Relic 5. Yeah, Dark Trooper Relic 5. Range Trooper. Hey, how's it going? Izaka Amawali? Izaka Amawali. So Range Trooper. I would get Range Trooper to 7 stars, Gear 12 him, and then Relic 5 Dark Trooper. They can complete 2 assault battles. Your Phoenix needs some Zetas, but so does your like CLS team. Oh man, you don't even have Sweeten the Deal Zetaed. So I really don't know why you're why you have so much investment in these speeds if you don't even have like a Zeta on here. Crazy. All right, so yeah, after that, just go SOKR. From there, you can go whatever you want. I would probably start shard farming for Jabba, to be completely honest with you. I know it's like I'm like a broken record, right? But he really is the best investment that you can get. So I would start that shard farming. Like, of course, you got to like farm your ships and like start the process, but that would be a really good farm for you. Omicrons? You don't, do you have not have Wampa? I don't see Wampa in here. Okay, you have Wampa. I don't see anything here Omicron wise that's like a huge glaring hole, to be completely honest with you. So you can go for like some TW stuff. You can hold it. I would probably just like hold them until you get something like Bane, Riva, Starkiller. You can put it on Rex if you want to. Like he has a good Omicron. This one's really good too for Grand Inquisitor. The one that kills Jedi. I'm pretty sure it's either ready to die or you're right to be afraid. But the one that kills the Jedi in TW, if you want a TW one, that one's really good. Another good TW one is the Separatist, the Droideka. So you already have the Zeta. So if you wanted to Omicron that, that's a really good Omicron for TW too. Yeah, Jabba's a great farm. Yeah, Crex Omicron is good. Why are you farming Mon Mothma right now? So, like, yeah, I guess if you want to go like JML right afterwards, but you need to be shard farming these ships, my dude. Shard farm the ships. Yeah. So I feel like the people were really nice to you. Really nice. So, but there's a lot of good things about your account. There's a lot of not good things, but also good things. It's like a blend, right? It's like a blend of, yeah, these are good, but then they're also like not good. So, yeah. Sometimes it just be that way. All right, yeah, Carl, are you here? Only Carl. So here, dude. Hey, Xavier, thank you. So I'll say this, yeah? Drop your ally code, and then I'll give you a review. So if you guys haven't already, let's go do this. Do me a favor. Do me a birthday favor. And this is what I ask for you. On this day of my birthday, I ask that you guys do me one favor. One favor. So if you see this here, here's a good buddy of mine. And a lot of you guys know him through, he's a good content creator. I share a Discord with him. He's at 914 subscribers. So if you guys can go click on his name and subscribe to him today, that would be amazing for me. So you don't want one? Okay, thanks. Thanks for the donation then. But yeah, I'm saying, so if you guys aren't subscribed to Eggnards, I would say like subscribe to him, watch his stuff. He's a good content creator. He's a really good dude. We share, like I said, we share a Discord. I wish I could do more collaborations with him, but we do live across the world from each other. So I would say if you guys can, just go in here, drop that subscribe button, check out his stuff. He's a good good dude, good content creator. He's not gonna roast you. He's a lot nicer. He's a lot nicer than I am. So a lot of people say like he's mean on Reddit or whatever, because he's really big on the Reddit world. But yeah, Lord Bane is a good content creator. I do push people to Lord Bane stuff all the time too. So if you guys like, Lord Bane's just has some chill vibes, some super chill vibes. But Agnard's is. Can we get a link? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Here, let me get that going for you. Here's his link. So go ahead, click that, subscribe to him. The dude's great. The dude's great. So nice guy. Way nicer than I am. He's super nice with his reviews. So if you want like an honest, like, just what can you do to get the most return on investment on your account, super knowledgeable guy. So, and he says it a lot nicer than me. So 918, nice, getting him there, one person at a time. So thanks guys, thanks, I appreciate it, I really do. Doing what we can, support content creators in our small community. So it really does make a big difference. So yeah, so here, let me take, but yeah, thanks Panda for letting me look at your account. So there's some work you can do, kind of like when you make some progress, submit for another one, and then we'll see how you do. But you do have a lot of great things in your account. There's some like tiny things you need to work on. There's some, I do think you should like finish some bigger farms, and then you'll be good. But yeah. Hey X-Zone, how's it going? How are you doing today? X-Zone, you're another person who I have to review. Here, I'll do your review right now. Hey, thank you. Do you want your review right now? You're on my list. You're on my list. X-Zone 5. You got time. You got time. I have a little bit of time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's knock out another one of these, because I would much rather do these live. X-Zone 5. Look at that. 8 and 2. You have the... Nice. First Order SF TIE Pilot Kron. That's a really good Kron. It really is. Good armor penetration, crit damage. This is a good one. This is a good one. So, really strong. You get good fleet and arena placement. You must not have that much time on your account. So 5.4 million, almost even with galactic power from characters and ships. Yeah, so this is like 6 months time played. 6 months. Insane. Man, Jar Jar. Alright, so... So, I'll say this, like, you don't have that much time to develop your mods, and these mods are not good. So this one's really bad, and then this one is, it's not bad, like, it's not a bad mod per se. Like, I probably wouldn't have taken this one to 6 dots just because it has like 2 flat stats, but like Rey doesn't need speed. She needs like, her health is fine, but as you like change her sets, you're gonna have to like keep it or maintain over 2k. But the thing is, like, your damage is like insanely low, and you need damage on Rey. So like, this needs to be an offense set, and then yeah, like, just do your best, and again, I don't like to go too much into mods unless you like had the time to develop them. I do like a speed set here. I don't like that you have a crit damage set on him, and I get the idea, like he crits a lot, but I would say like speed here. Speed is good. Crit damage here, like you want speed on your mods. You want like speed secondaries here. This should have been like sold. Like you should have saw this mod, you saw the secondaries, so you like reveal the secondaries and then you sold it immediately. Have you seen my mod guides? Here, I'm gonna link them to you if you haven't. But believe it or not, like if you follow my guides, and I would say Gelboy, if he's still here, Gelboy is a good example of like his account is super young, but I think he watched my guides and then he like developed decent mods. He doesn't have the depth because he hasn't been playing long enough to develop it, but like these are like exceptionally, this is good. Some of these are like exceptionally bad. So like this should have never been 6 dot. This shouldn't have been level 15. So there's some not bad ones here. Okay, you watched them a while ago, yeah. So yeah, I don't want to like delve into your mods too much just because you don't have enough time. But essentially just like relearn them, you know, like refresh yourself. Yeah, offense set here. Like I get you don't have enough to like invest in him. He wants his Zetas too, whenever you get a chance. He's a good character. Okay. Jabba's good. Jabba's a good plan. So you just gotta farm. Yeah, you just gotta farm the shards here. But believe it or not, like Jabba's an excellent farm. Alright, so you're working on Hermit Yoda. You have Wampa. You have Rolo. Hey Caterbug, how's it going? So you have a lot of good things here. So I would say continue building those good things. Like you're in a good position to go for Jedi Knight Luke. I wouldn't hate if you built up like your CLS as a side farm real quick. So before you jumped into Jabba. So if you like got CLS up and running, the entire team, and then go straight into Jabba, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like you have because you have like a Relic 8 Han Solo with like 0 investment, like no mods, no Zeta. So like I get that you want Jabba, right? And if you want, like you can go all in on Jabba, but you still have a lot of shards. So I think you have enough time to like build out the CLS team in the interim. And then once as you're like finishing out CLS and putting the Zetas and all the other things that you need. Hey Dank Ideals, thank you very much. So as you like build or farm the shards for Jabba, you can like build this team, and this is a very good team. Like it's really useful in Grand Arena, it's really useful in Conquest. They're a great team overall. Like so like TW too, like they're every game mode CLS can be useful. So yeah, even raids right now, like there's part of the raids, they're soon going to be phased out of the raids, but it's a useful farm, a good farm. So I wouldn't hate if you like built up your CLS team, farmed, you have C3PO, yeah, farmed, like get investment on your CLS, Chewbacca, Chewpio, Han Solo, C3PO, get them up and running, and then once like you finish these, like you should be shard farmed done with Jabba or close to it, and then you can like roll straight into all in on Jabba, like Jedi Knight Luke, and then you'll have that done, and then you can go for Jabba. So That's what I would say as far as like farming pathway. I would say Han, the 3 on CLS, 3PO and Chewpio is good, and Chewbacca is good. Like, so 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 at least. C3PO's is good too. I think this one, oh my goodness, that's a good one too. It's not like a must, but it's a good one. I do think Loyal Friend is good. I don't have this one, Raging Wookiee. I don't think it's necessary. But CLS is good. All 3 of his are good. And then 3PO and Chewpio, I would say, is good. So there's so many times where like this is a huge chunk of the damage, and a lot of times I was able to like get through because of this Zeta. So I wouldn't even say it's a luxury. I would say I would get this one. So that, but like Han is important, and then the 2, like right away Han shoots first, and then the 2 turn meter generating ones, which I think are like Rebel Maneuvers, definitely. And I think it binds all things. And then you still want Learn Control, but yeah, those would be the first 3. Like Rebel Maneuvers, it binds all 3, and Han shoots first. From there, I would probably like put the last one on Luke, then 3POs, then Chewbacca's, then C3POs. So the most important 3 are it binds all things, Rebel Maneuvers, and shoots first. Yeah, and from there, like Hut Cartel, start farming your Hut Cartel. Jedi Knight Luke. And Jedi Knight Luke, once you get him, he doesn't need all his Zetas. He just needs his leadership. The other one is kind of, it's still not bad. It's just a luxury. The one that gives him a little more speed. Definitely a luxury one. So once you have Jedi Knight Luke, you just need 1 Zeta for him. And then, yeah, like Fennec doesn't need her Zeta. Aura Singh definitely doesn't need her Zeta. So like it's not bad. You do need the Zeta on Chrysanthemum, you need it on Bush. And then you'll need Jabba's. So I can't remember if I put his Zeta. I probably did. If I imagine, I don't know. But Skiffguard probably needs a Zeta. He hits actually like really hard. Surprisingly hard. Yeah, so he needs a Zeta too. Which one does it? I don't know. Probably the bonus turn one? I don't know. Yeah, it's probably this. Grants target other ally a bonus turn. Which that one's pretty important. It gives like Jabba another turn too. So yeah. Yeah, so finish off the Lightspeed bundle stuff. It depends on what the Lightspeed bundle stuff is. Oops. I don't see anything in here particularly screaming at me that you need to finish. Like you have SOKR, you have Rey, you have Starkiller. I guess you probably mean like Captain Rex and Zori Bliss, if I had to guess. Is that what you're talking about? And honestly, no, you don't have to. Like, she's perfectly fine there. He's perfectly fine there. So you don't have to. Like, when you farm Leia, you'll get Captain Rex up. If you want to get Zori Bliss up to like R5, you can. Like, she's absolutely a really good character. Would I prioritize that out of other things? Probably not. I would rather you finish your assault battles and get more return of investment on that than focus on like side farms like Zori Bliss. And then once you have like all your assault battles, then yeah. But Gas, no. Padme, no. Merrin, your Night Sisters really aren't like, are they built? Like, just know it's like, this is 3 Zetas, this is a Zeta. You'll want a Saja Zeta, you'll want 2 on Merrin. So this is like pretty Zeta heavy. So if you want to, you can absolutely like get this done. But if you're doing Merrin, you should probably be doing like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And if you're doing Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, you should probably have JML. So if you went like Jabba JML, but if you went Jabba JML, I would rather you go like Jabba JML Profundity Leia. And then from there, you can like start side farming stuff. But I think you need more in your account before you start like doing gas or farming. Yeah, Night Sisters can do CT3. You just pretty much, if you get gear 12 on Merrin, I think you can do it. So if you gear 12 her, but that's a lot of Zetas. But if you're getting Zeta, or if you're getting Merrin up, I would say Night Sisters isn't worth the investment until you start investing into Merrin. But like, if you did want to invest, even if you just like put low gear here, like you can still do a lot of good work. Like, I have a low gear Merrin, not gear 12, like she's like gear 9 or something, or 10, I don't remember. But I have 2 Zetas on Mother Talzin, 1 Zeta on Old Daka, and I do like CT1 with them. But once I have Merrin geared up, which will be pretty soon, then I'll go for like CT3, because I personally committed to R8 Merrin for my guild, so I'm gonna R8 her pretty soon, and then I'll do CT3, and that'll be the last CT3 I need. So I have 1 assault battle that all the assault battles are CT3 except for the Night Sisters. It's only CT1. But I would say like assault battles are really important for getting passive income into your account. So it's not bad, but I do recommend doing like 1 big farm assault battle, 1 big farm assault battle, and that's what I've been doing. So that's why I have 4 GLs. I'm about to finish my 3rd GL ship, and then I also am after my GL ship and GL, which will be JMK, because I'm farming JMK next. So after I finish those, I'll have 5 GLs, 3 GL ships, and then I'll finish my last assault battle. And I just kind of like weaved all those assault battles inside my big farms, and that's how I think you should do it. But I wouldn't like rush them. Yeah, you need the Zetas. You need the Zetas for Night Sisters, 100%. So, hey, Tongue Morris, thank you very much. So yeah, it's a hard assault battle. It's very difficult. So you can do it, but it needs a lot of investment. So I've seen it low gear, but it's always like Merrin is the key. Like the lowest that you can do it with, CT3, is gonna be gear 12 Merrin. Like that's the absolute minimum. Like I do have R5 Old Daka because she goes with my SOKR sometimes. But even if you have like R5 Old Daka and then all garbage, because I farmed Old Daka to R5 myself. I didn't buy her. I did buy the bundle, so I like have the rest at R3, but no, he doesn't have the Zetas. So he's Zeta poor. But yeah, he doesn't have the Zetas on CLS. So he's missing a ton of Zetas. All right, but that's my last review I have for the day. So it was fun. Thanks for hanging out on my my birthday stream. It was a lot of fun. Oh, nice. Free shard shop. Yeah, so had a lot of fun, guys. It was a good time. Hey, thanks, Caterbug. Thank you very much. Wednesday? Nice. Happy birthday? Old birthday? Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much. So it was a fun stream. I enjoyed it. It's a good birthday stream. Yeah, no problem, X-Zone. I will, as you progress, you can go ahead and feel free to request again. I always am happy to look at accounts again. So I got through a good amount of my list. So for those who requested today, I will add you to my list, and then, you know, at later days, I am going to start adding or looking at my my list on Discord for live reviews too. When am I doing? Yeah, no problem. So I am going to try to stream. So I have 4 days off. So I'm sure I'll be streaming like Sunday. 100% is my GAC review slash, because that's the day I work mods. I do reviews and GAC reviews. So Sunday is like probably my big, like Saturday in the US time zone, like Saturday evening, Sunday morning for me is my big time. But I do have the next 4 days off. So whenever time I have where I'm not like super busy, I'll try to do try to do reviews. But I'm also like trying to farm. I'm thinking about doing a new player guide, and then also doing a farming guide where I would go straight for like executor into off meta counters, and I would specifically not farm any GLs. So, and I would just be building like GL counters and building an alt account for that. So, yeah, are you guys interested in something like that? Would you guys be interested in content where I make like a free to play account that's like specifically only off meta counters for GLs and not building any GLs? So I would specifically build like GL ships and then off meta, because I thought about building a free-to-play guide where it would be my hierarchy of needs, and then when I kind of like drummed it up on paper, it was like pretty much Arnold's guide. And I was like, well, because essentially I would do the same thing where I would go for executor, and then I would weave in assault battles, and then I would like farm geos on the way, and CLS, and then I would go for Jabba into or like executor first into Jabba, and then from there like some like weave in the assault battles, and it would just be like a return of investment, like based off my my Mary J. Here, let me do this real quick. All right, there you go. So, how's it going, Mary J? Thanks for hanging out. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. What do you guys think about that? Oops. I'm not, I'm unpinning this. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. So just something I'm thinking about doing. It's kind of like a big endeavor, building a free-to-play guide, and but I don't know. But I think it'll be fun. I'm thinking about just like making the account and then doing it, and then afterwards like creating a guide for it. But I don't know. I think it'd be a good idea to make the account like the guide. What did Mary J do now? So no, he tries to use like the highlight the message thing so that he can redeem like channel points. But he just like highlights a message and then redeems the like, but puts it like redeem. So the first time he did that, he got me good. So he made me do push-ups. So I just like timed him out because I'm finishing my stream here. Just testing my reading skills today. Yeah. 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 It's Mary J. Is that a like a YouTube? Do you post on your YouTube account, Mary J, or do you only stream on Twitch? Oh, nice. You did a collab with them. That's good. Yeah, Lord Bane is awesome. I should do a collab with him. I just like roast him all the time. I really like. Always good for new players. Yeah, I do like new player. I do want to start doing some more new player content. I do enjoy making like farming guides and everything like that. Yeah, you should. You should, Mary J. 4 kids. You have 4 children? Really? Wow. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Wow. 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 All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much what I got going on for the day. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. I appreciate it. I will hard to compete when Arnold's around. Yeah. Well, his guide is good. Like, it's a solid guide. Cause I was just like, this is what I want to do, and I was just like, because I was doing some research, and I didn't want to copy guides, so I was like, okay, what did everyone else do? And then, oh, you just 5 a couple days ago. Nice, nice. Happy birthday to him. Four kids as well. That's a lot of children. That's a lot of children. Man, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know. Like, the same as the Lysol. The same as Lysol. He's he like has a newborn, and he's still streaming while still with his newborn. So like, more power to him. More power to those guys. Okay. All right. So let's get you guys rated over somewhere. I don't know if anyone's even on here. But thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure. Always fun. Thank you, especially on my birthday. It was a really fun stream. So thank you, everyone who let me look at their account or donated or, you know, just even hung out here with me. So let's get you rated over to the Lost Swamp Rat. Other than that, yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone. Like I said, I have 4 days off, so I'll probably be streaming sometime. I know tomorrow I have my GAC, so, you know, same time as I always do for my GAC, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. All right, in the YouTube world, take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.